What is up, guys? Welcome back to Newswave. It's Friday, which means if you have work today, more than likely it's the last day of the week for you and you get to have the whole weekend off, which is great. Get to play some games and hang out and everything, get some stuff done. But we do have some things to go into today because there was some big stuff happening in the world of video games yesterday. Not so much at Inside Xbox.
I'm coming, Roman!
Activate this stressor immediately.
Sunset, we go! Go, 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 hurry!
But more so at the Black Ops 4 reveal, which we're going to go over in full here because the internet does not seem to know how to react to this thing. It is split heavily, and we're going to go over why because, well, this Black Ops 4 could be, honestly, disastrous for Activision, or it could be the best Call of Duty they've ever made. That's what we're going to get into here. But first, let's get into some of the smaller bits of news that took place. We did finally get that Microsoft Adaptive Controller. Do you remember how we took a look at that? It was a leaked image. It was an accessible controller, as they were calling it. And it was for gamers who have a hard time with traditional controllers due to things like disabilities, stuff like that. And they did show it off. A very, very well done video that really showed it. They're actually at the top. Remember we were talking about how at the top there were supposedly ports? Well, when they actually showed it off, there are 19 3.5mm ports at the top, basically headphone jacks, and they're for all the different inputs on the controller. So you can do things like wire off the D-pad, for example. You can wire off the different buttons, and you can kind of set up basically buttons and ways to do inputs without having to just focus on it right in front of you. They showed like you could connect, say, the left trigger to like a foot pedal, for example, and it's pretty cool. It seemed like they had all these different ways that people were essentially customizing it to fit their needs, their environment. And I love this idea, like I said before, from Microsoft, and it was really cool to see it in action. And it just looks like I said, it's going to open up gaming to a ton of people that wouldn't normally be able to do that. We also did have the embargo, the review embargo lifted for State of Decay 2, because I believe if you get the Ultimate Edition today, you can start playing, but that Ultimate Edition is like $50 or something, so it's more expensive. And obviously, if you have Game Pass, you're just going to wait till, I guess, Tuesday to pick it up, like me, because we're just going to download it, right? Well, the review embargo went up, and there was some troubling news, but for the most part, people were saying it was fun. It's just glitchy. There are bugs to it. It seems to be sitting at around a 69, depending on if it changes at any time between when now I'm recording this and you see this. Sitting at about a 69 at the time of recording, so it was fluctuating pretty much all day. It was mostly in the 60s the entire time. And yeah, it's sitting in the high 60s, low 70s. And again, a lot of that has to do with bugs. Some publications were they were meaner to it than others, saying some of them were catastrophic. Other people were saying, it was kind of funny stuff. You got stuck in a wall and you just kind of load it out and then load it back in. And that's about it. But people did say at least it was fun and they had a good time with the multiplayer. So I'll be checking it out, and hopefully just nothing major happens with these bugs. Hopefully it's not anything crazy. We also had Inside Xbox that I think most people will agree on that it was kind of a letdown. No major announcements. Actually, the biggest announcements they had, I guess, was the Forza 7 features that were kind of smaller features, more for hardcore players, telling us, again, more cars are coming. And we did find out that Halo is getting an arcade unit, a cabinet. Seriously, that was the big... Nothing really with Master Chief Collection. The only thing they told us is that they're working on it. Okay, well, that's good, I guess. But yeah, an arcade cabinet is coming for Halo, and it's going to be, I guess, exclusive to Dave and Buster's, and it's coming this summer. So I guess there's that. So with all the smaller news out of the way, guys, let's get started. So we're just going to jump right into the Black Ops 4 reveal. We knew this was happening, obviously. They told us a while ago. They at least announced that it was Black Ops 4 and just said a community reveal event was going to take place. And it did. And it went over how I kind of expected. We had a lot of rumors, a lot of supposed leaks saying there was going to be no campaign. So I was kind of bracing for that. I was like, okay, from a business standpoint, I get why they're doing it. From a gamer standpoint, it's not good. Like, the campaign's just gone. And that's kind of a shame because I actually really liked WW2's campaign. I thought it was pretty cool to see that, and to see them completely pull the Black Ops campaign, which I actually liked, like Black Ops 1 and 2, and 3's was alright, but like 1 and 2, those were good campaigns. They were a lot of fun. They told a fun story. It was interesting, and it was just a good time. Well, that's just gone. No campaign. So they did tell us that towards the end, actually, after showing us everything else. It started basically going back through all the other campaigns of Black Ops, which is such a weird thing to do in the beginning, but they did it. And then they transitioned over to Black Ops 4, and I was live streaming it. I noticed a lot of people thought the same thing I did. This doesn't look that much different from Black Ops 3 from a visual standpoint. They did have a lot of other features in it. They even had health bars above people's heads. They had new attachments for the guns, a couple of new abilities. They had like the medics and everything, and that was okay. That was cool. It looked like Call of Duty multiplayer. Nothing like that was like, whoa, this is crazy. You know, it was so different. It was pretty much a play it safe multiplayer. They did say there's not going to be any more boost jumping, no wall running, and it's going to be, as they say, boots on the ground. Fine, okay, that's great. And then they show us some other features outside of that. They actually didn't spend a lot of time on the multiplayer. However, that was the only gameplay that we saw, which is going to be important because let me bring that back up here in a bit on things we didn't see gameplay for, which was pretty much everything else. They showed zombies, so there's pretty much 3 pillars of this game. There is the classic multiplayer, there is zombies, and then there is a mode called Blackout, which, that's Battle Royale. Yes, that's right. Battle Royale mode is coming to Call of Duty. That was absolutely correct in the rumors, and we're going to talk about that in a second. I just want to touch on the zombie mode because it was probably the most interesting thing, I guess, from a creative standpoint, whereas Blackout was pretty standard. I mean, they're riding the Battle Royale wave, but looking at zombies was interesting because they're doing things like you're going on the Titanic. That's kind of cool. You're going back to like Rome and you know, the gladiators and the arenas and everything. That's interesting too. I don't really know how this ties together, I guess. I guess each one is like its own story with the same characters, maybe? I don't know. That was the weird thing. It didn't look like Call of Duty at all. It looked way off in something else. We didn't even have guns until like the last couple seconds or so of the trailers. Then all of a sudden one of them had guns. So it's going to be interesting to see that. And then they showed Blackout. Blackout is their Battle Royale mode. Apparently they're going to pull people and game types and weapons and vehicles from every other Black Ops series, bring them all together in one massive map that they even jokingly said is 1,500 times larger than Nuketown, which Nuketown's pretty small, so alright, that's good. This is going to be a very large map. There are some key details, though, that they did not tell us. Very, very key. The biggest one, how many players are going to be on this large map? Because if it's anything less than 100, it will always be looked down on in the Battle Royale genre because it does not have 100, like obviously Fortnite and PUBG. Those have 100 people on the ground at once. This might not. I'm a little concerned about that, to be honest, because they say, oh, there's 30 people. Then we go, well, Battlefield's had 64 or something like that forever now. Why only 30? So that is the last piece of the puzzle here. And then, of course, gameplay. There was no gameplay for zombies, and there was no gameplay for this Blackout Battle Royale mode, okay? And that's kind of an issue. They did touch on PC, which, again, I heard some people kind of groaning. It appears to not be going to Steam at all. It's going to be, I guess, battle.net. I mean, it's Blizzard, so yeah, I guess that's going to happen. So it looks like it's not going to Steam. It's going to be battle.net, but apparently it's going to allow them to do integration for PC, and they have Beenox working specifically on the PC version, so it's not going to be like, I guess, a console port like it has been in the past. It's going to be like a straight-up its own version. They even showed like widescreen monitors having compatibility and multi-monitors set up for the big wide field of view. But this is a very safe Call of Duty. I'm going to be honest. I looked at it and I said, okay, visually it looks the same. Sure, maybe it looks a little cleaner here and there, but the multiplayer, they're not taking any major risks. They're jumping on the Battle Royale craze, and zombies is just an evolution of zombies. So I didn't see anything that really impressed me. Now, this Blackout mode is the most interesting thing to me going forward to see if they can pull it off, and that's what I'm going to mostly keep my eye on. Disappointed no campaign, absolutely, but I understand because from a business standpoint, they were not monetizing single player at all. And they looked at the stats and said, okay, very few people actually play through this campaign. We're taking it out because every single mode now, if you look at it, whether it's Blackout, whether it's zombies, or it's, of course, the classic multiplayer, they can all be monetized with what? Loot boxes. That's right. And it makes sense to them because they're a business and they're trying to make a ton of money. So we're going to jam a bunch of loot boxes in this game, in all of them. I mean, they even had like the zombie mode thing happen and a chest appeared, and I was like, oh, there's loot box. So we'll see what happens with that, but I feel like they're happy now because all 3 of their pillars can now be monetized fully. So we're going to see what happens. I assume since PlayStation does have the marketing, okay, they're going to show a lot on Sony's stage. But that is pretty much everything that we saw during the Black Ops event. So let me know what you guys think about this. I noticed a lot of people online were not happy, but if you're really into first-person shooters and you're disappointed with what you're seeing here, keep an eye next week, May 23rd. Battlefield, who, by the way, we've heard in the background has been laughing at all of these Black Ops 4 rumors that came true. They've been laughing at them for a while now. So I have a feeling this Battlefield is probably going to have their own I guess, Battle Royale mode, since they've had a lot of people on screen in the same room anyway. And I think they will have a campaign. So if you're looking for a campaign and a first-person shooter like this, you're probably going to be more on the Battlefield side, but we'll see next week. I believe that's next Wednesday, the 23rd. We'll see what they have to offer. Okay, now with that out of the way, all the Black Ops 4 talk, let's get into one of the games I'm really looking forward to that's actually coming up, and I'm really happy that it is coming up soon, because I think it's going to be a really good game to have over the summer before we get into all the madness of the fall, and that's Mario Tennis Aces. I'm really excited for Mario Tennis on the Switch. I like Mario Tennis. I did not like the Wii U version. I thought it was a ripoff and just junk. So I'm glad that they are bringing it back and making it much better with this Switch version. Looks like with all the stuff they've shown so far, it's definitely more feature-packed than what we had. And we're going to get to play it. We already know this. I told you guys this. But what if I told you they're also going to have an offline mode for that demo? You won't necessarily have to just play online against people. You can actually play offline with CPU opponents. And what if I told you can actually earn stuff? Yeah, you can earn stuff that I guess you get in the full game as you go forward. You basically earn coins as you play through. The demo will go up May 24th, and you will be able to download the demo then. It's going to be in the free section of the Nintendo Switch eShop, and you'll be able to choose from Mario, Peach, Yoshi, and Bowser, and that'll allow you to play in online multiplayer matches. Winning those online multiplayer matches, they will allow you to unlock 5 additional characters hidden away in the demo, and this is all according to Polygon, IGN. They all had PR from Nintendo. And the tournament, of course, will start 6 p.m. Pacific time on June 1st, and it'll run all the way to essentially right up until 11:59 p.m. Pacific time, June 3rd. And I'm not really sure about this window, okay, for the offline mode. This is what I'm a little confused about. We'll find out, obviously, when the demo drops May 24th. I don't know if this demo is playable offline as soon as you download it or only during the specified times for June 1st to the 3rd. I don't know if that's when you play offline, like it unlocks and then it'll close, or you can start playing it as soon as you download it. I'm gonna say it's the 1st to the 3rd, but if you have it downloaded, I guess you can check it online, you should be able to at least play offline if you don't want to play against a bunch of people. I like the idea of being able to unlock stuff, though. That's pretty cool to see that in the demo. They were talking about being able to get coins and stuff as well, and there's actually a Mario Classic outfit you can then also unlock, I guess, for the full game. So we'll see how all that goes, but I'm just happy to get a demo. I'm happy to get hands-on time with this game, especially in offline mode, because that'll actually be a lot of fun too. And then, of course, playing online in a tournament against a bunch of people. Definitely looking forward to it. Next up, let's talk about one of the biggest releases from Bandai Namco that is making the jump to the Switch, and that is Let's Go Vacation. This was an interesting announcement, I will say that. This came out, actually, it was from Bandai Namco on the Wii back in like 2011, and it was basically, it was a lot of mini-games essentially, and in fact the trailer shows a lot of them. I did also pick out the tennis from Wii Sports, it looks like. It's almost kind of like a Wii Sports compilation, I guess, just with a ton of different mini-games and everything, which is great. I guess if you like those kind of games, that's cool. It's just it's a weird thing to just see pop up randomly. They didn't make a big deal about it or anything, so I'm like, all right, I guess this isn't really a big like a big release for them or anything like that. It appears to be handled, I guess, by Nintendo for publishing, even though I guess Bandai Namco put it out on the Wii in 2011, although I'm sure they still have some sort of rights to the game. But there you go. I guess if you want to pick up Go Vacation, just I guess to have some fun, maybe they do have some of those Wii Sports games. Like I said, tennis is in there. And honestly, if they just brought out a Wii Sports title for $20, that probably actually would have sold really well, because I feel like that's like everyone bought the Wii for back in the day, and there you go. You can play some tennis and bowling, maybe. I feel like that would eventually happen, but who knows at this point. Anyway, Go Vacation's actually releasing at the end of July 27th. So if you're in the mood, I guess, for some casual multiplayer mini-games action, you pick up them. In our last bit of news, let's talk about something that honestly I didn't find as a big surprise, although a lot of people kind of did when it happened. It kind of went under the radar a little bit with Black Ops 4. NBA Playgrounds 2. Do you remember how we talked about this a while ago? It's supposed to be coming out, I think, May 22nd, right? And I say I think because, well, that release date means nothing now. Nothing. because it's been delayed. It's been delayed indefinitely as far as we can tell. At least no release date, new release date has been given yet. This was on their Facebook page, which you're seeing here. They wrote, "We've got some news to share, but we want to start by saying good things come to those who wait. There are exciting things brewing with the NBA Playgrounds franchise that we think will take arcade basketball to new levels. We can't tell you everything now, but we can tell you that this means our launch date, May 22nd, will be moved out. Please be patient with us. We promise that NBA Playgrounds 2 will be better than ever. We'll have more details to share soon." So I don't know what's going on over there with Saber Interactive. I guess they're still giving Switch owners Shaq Fu for free someday, I guess, in the future at some point. I don't know what happened to that, by the way. But apparently Switch owners are going to get it for free, and then of course other systems will be able to buy it and everything someday. But this was weird because we're within a week, less than a week from when we were supposed to be able to get this game, and now it's pushed back indefinitely. Those are usually red flags of companies that are a bit disarray in the background, maybe. I don't know. This is weird. This is very weird to see these kind of things happen, and it's going to be very telling when their new release date pops up. Is this coming out still over the summer, or is this now a holiday release? Like, what's going on with this? Maybe they wanted to put it out on all systems and they couldn't get certification done for a certain, like, shop. Maybe it was PlayStation Network or Xbox or maybe Nintendo's eShop or something. I don't know. It's just very weird, and now it's going to be judged and criticized further because they even had to delay it to apparently take the franchise, the arcade basketball genre, to the next level. So, hey, we'll see what happens. I'll let you guys know when they, when they decide to release something, or just let us know when a release date happens. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for Newswave today. If you enjoyed this video, guys, make sure you hit that like button. It really helps out. If not, hit the dislike. Leave a bunch of comments down below about everything we talked about today. I'm sure people want to tell me all about Black Ops 4, whether they don't like what's happening, whether they like what's happening, or maybe they just don't like Call of Duty in general, so they don't care. I get it. Call of Duty's kind of blended together and become kind of the same game every single year, so I get that. There was just a lot of information, wanted to go over it, take a look, and I'm still going to check the game out. I just don't know if it's going to be better than Battlefield. I think it's going to be the better game this year, but we still need to see what they're going to show us. But apparently if they just show a single player, they're automatically better according to pretty much everyone. So we'll see about that, I guess. Without Mario Tennis, are you as excited as I am to play some just really fun arcade tennis? I am. I just want to check out this game, and Mario Tennis has generally been pretty good. I played it on the GameCube, loved it there. That's probably my last favorite Mario Tennis, though. So hopefully this one give me feelings from that one, and then I guess let me know what you think about everything else inside Xbox, the new Xbox One controller, and this NBA Playgrounds 2 fiasco that's going on right now. What do you think's going on there? Let me know, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend, guys, and I'll see you back here Monday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Time for Newswave.